Assalamualaikum and hi to everyone, especially to my lecturer, Madam Nur I am Nur Sakinah binti Roslan from KBA 1183E. So my topic for today is the history of cremation. Why I decided to talk about this topic is because to inform my audience about the history of cremation as a funeral custom, and it relates to religious belief. But before I begin my informative speech for today, I would like to ask you, have you ever wondered why some religions choose to burn the corpse instead of bury it? So without wasting any time, let's get started. Based on an article found in Britannica, cremation is the practice of reducing a corpse to its essential elements by burning it. Now, what is the history of cremation? The beginning practice of cremation on open fires was introduced to the Western world by the Greeks as early as 1000 BCE. Cremation appeared to have been adopted as a wartime necessity by some northern people to ensure that soldiers killed in foreign territory have a homeland funeral attended by family and fellow citizens. Corpses were burned on the battlefield, and the ashes were collected and sent to the homeland for burial ceremony. According to the same research stated that cremation became closely associated with valor, manly virtue, patriotism, and military glory that was considered the only suitable ending for an epic life. So why you guys should listen to this topic is because in each religion, funeral ceremony provide people a process to handle the deceased body, portray their grief to the deceased person, and help people in their grief phase. With funeral custom, teach us on how people care to other people as death approach. Besides, funeral custom include how the deceased body is cleansed, dressed, who handled the body, and also whether the body will be buried or cremated, which depends on our religious belief. This is the graph about average number of bodies cremated annually per crematory. According to Crematory Association of North America, shows about crematories and their impact to the surrounding environment. Due to burning the corpses, grams of mercury released annually is greater than 1,200 grams, which focus only at one crematory unit. Alright, now let's watch a quick overview of the process of cremation.
Once the casket is secured inside the chamber, the computerized system, which is continuously monitored by the operator, manages the process. With the weight of the deceased and the type of casket used, the control system regulates the cremation to ensure optimum combustion, and a temperature of 800 degrees Celsius is maintained. What remains are bone fragments and any metal components such as orthopedic implants the deceased may have had. The computer system will notify the operator when the cremation is complete. The operator carefully collects the remains into a small hopper. Once the remains have cooled for approximately 30 minutes, they are transferred to a cremulator. Cremulator is designed to automatically remove any remaining metal components from the bone fragments and ensure that they are reduced to a consistent texture, similar to grains of sand. This phase in the process takes approximately 3 minutes, and when complete, the remains, or ashes, as most refer to them, are then transferred to an urn or container ready to be presented to the family.
Dear my audiences, I am credible enough to talk about this topic because I did some research, watched several news, and I also read a lot of articles that is related with my topic from trusted sources. Okay, now I will explain about the process of cremation. For the first main point, which is step 1, identifying the deceased. The regulation for identification is different depending on which state you are. Identification typically involves a family member confirming the identity. During confirmation, a metal ID tag is placed on the body, which will remain throughout the process. Okay, now I will explain for the second main point is step 2, authorizing the procedure. To proceed with the cremation, the crematory must obtain official approval. Most require that the individuals making the final arrangements sign the paperwork to authorize the crematory to proceed. So I already explained for the second main point. Now move on with the third main point, which is step 3, preparing the body, which is involved cleaning and dressing. For normal cremation, the body is not embalmed except if the person requests it for a public viewing or other personal reasons. Jewelry, medical devices, and prosthetic or other items are removed for the loved one to keep, also to avoid a reaction. Unless those requested to stay with the body, then the body is placed in a combustible sturdy container. Now let's continue with the fourth main point, is step 4, moving into the cremation chamber. The cremation then conducted in a specially designed furnace known as a cremation chamber and confined to extreme temperature of up to 1800 degrees Fahrenheit. Usually the process takes between 2 until 3 hours after the procedure. The remains must be in a cooling period before being handled. Next, I will be explaining for the fifth main point, which is step 5, finalizing the remains. After cremation, the remains will be checked for any metal remnants that may be left behind. This could be due to items such as pins, screw, and joints, as deceased used to have a surgery during their lifetime. Then, the cremated remains will be grinded into ashes using a special processor. I already covered for the fifth main point. Finally, for the last main point, which is step 6, transferring the ashes. For this last step, the ashes are returned to the family in an urn or other container. So, after we go through and discover regarding this funeral custom, please bear in mind that cremation is considered to be forbidden practice in Islam. We as a Muslim are prohibited to participate in the act of cremation or even stating approval for it. In both life and death, the body should be treated with full respect and care. To be concluded, regardless of what religion you are, know that every religion holds their own belief. Learn to be respectful to accept the difference. With that, I would like to leave you guys with this quote: being Muslim is the biggest reward from Allah. Here is a gentle reminder to you, including me as well, to always take a moment every day to thank the Almighty and be grateful for all the countless blessings that we earn. So I guess that is all from me. Thank you.